And we're back with some more Battlestar Galactica. And yeah, we just defeated the first boss encounter. We're in Sector 5. We have an ongoing silent investigation and a few blinky icons that are telling us things are about to happen. Now, just as a quick, first kind of recap. So I thought with the 20% extra damage that we get on enemies suffering from debuffs, we would have the highest top-end DPS here, but also the damage reduction if enemies don't have debuffs is really hurting us here. So this is a little bit harder than I thought it might be. Also, I don't think we looked at this promotion yet for our CAC. Don't care about the shop prices. At least one civilian ship with less than 50% hull is, I don't think that's something that ever happens. I'm not sure, 25% extra damage and you just leave somebody at low health? Feels super risky, I don't know. So there's a chance to get extra scrap from kills, or we take one of our rerolls. Now keep in mind though that if I remember my security correctly, now these are the only two candidates here that might still be on the toaster side. We have 55% progress of the investigation. We just want to start spending some resources here. I don't want to waste a reroll on him if he's the Cylon, unless, of course, if he's a friendly Cylon that we can redeem later on, then it doesn't matter that he spent the reroll. Let's... we just got the casino ship, so we would get a multiplier on any supplies we keep. But I think resolving the Cylon crisis would just be so important that I'm gonna... Oh. Well, that went quick. Cylon. Oh, okay. I guess you're getting the reroll. Now, of course, since we do have the skip all dialogue thing. So, he is a Cylon as dormant acting against its own will. So we can try the redemption arc. Well, first of all, yeah, you get a reroll. And get the extra action points each time you resolve a crisis, or legendary traits. Bullets rebound 3 times. The nearest target within 56 range, which is a huge rebound range. Each time they rebound, the damage is halved, and you get 20% reduction. To the main bullet damage. I still think this is fantastic, and we gotta figure out which ship we assign you to now. Because I'm kinda almost wondering if this is more a... For this ship, for the artillery ship, we rebound, and so we apply our slow and frail to multiple targets in an area. That just seems like the best bang for our buck we can get. So then we get the Scorpio. curious how the elite shooter works, right? So shouldn't the Cobra, because it received that a couple times. Does it have a damage increase? Maybe not how it works. So maybe reassigning her to a different squad kind of killed the bonus. Yeah, okay, the damage bonus is kept by the squadron if the hero is unassigned. Shouldn't then the Cobra have a... like a percentage damage increase somewhere in its stats? I don't know. What do I know how this game works? Okay. Let's resolve this. Given me a level up. Balance Bane, I think is always a solid choice. I'm kind of debating on whether or not we want to do the unassigned from the brick here. Or release from the brick. I'm not sure if there are multiple quest lines you have to do after doing that. I think the first one is always a... they need to resolve some risky situations, which, you know, I just got rid of the one we had. Well, either way. Let's... what do we want to do? Definitely want to do this. The fuel. Upgrade fleet logistics. Level 2 needed. Also, we got a promotion here. That's a reroll for me. Why are we getting warden level ups for a weapons officer? Man, they really need to. I know that some patch said they kind of changed the probability of getting perks that are relevant to your already chosen perks, but I'm just not seeing it. Alright, I guess we do an instructor, leveling up civilian ships. The level 2 in fleet logistics. Which would be a grand total of 125. Which we don't have. Can get a little bit of money here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try the redemption arc. Release on the break. And yeah, that reduces my scrap gains. Yeah, I should have done these first. Yeah, I still don't have that all that kind of stuff memorized. So we need to resolve one risky situation with you. But the main reason why I was doing this is because, hey, we should get the reduction here on the upgrade cost. Oh, it's not. I don't think that was significant enough. I think I shot myself in the foot here. Oh, we have a little indicator now whenever we lose stuff from the ongoing crisis effect. Interesting. Right, nothing left to resolve. You're 30 XP away from leveling up, which you're gonna get anyway. So, coming back to the shop. Again, we do get the bonus supplies on a jump, and they're not really great. Those heroes. I think I'm not gonna recruit another one right now. This is apparently not getting the reduction. Right, so we might as well just get some scrap. Please be a risky situation. It was in fact not the risky situation. Well, first things first though, now that you're back out of the brick, you actually are still assigned. Wonderful. So how much was this? 110. Really? 110? Really, game? And I'm at... If I do 2 more of this, I'm at 109. Great. Alright, I guess we just... Well, first of all, we want our arm chip. Need the casino cruiser here as our civilian defense. I mean, I really don't want to lose this, but this has like 400 more HP than this one. Everybody assigned. Yeah, this time they actually are. Okay. Where we flying? Lots of scrap to be had. Beat health, huh? One auxiliary system, lots of supplies and scrap. No Tillium down here. A little bit good on Tillium. Alright. 50% evasion when they're below 50%. They get damage increased if they're not being shot at. Okay. You know the drill. Get out there. Like having the armed ship on the right side. I think I want to immediately try to hit the infiltrator there. So you're not reaching that in time. Let's go there. Still worked. You on the heavy, you on that heavy. Not worrying about the dodgers too much just now, actually. You do this. Why don't we hit this button? No. Oh, yeah. Getting a little bit roughed up over there. I think when they spawn in, we trigger our AoE again. Putting them all below the threshold where they get their extra evasion. That was maybe not the smartest thing I did today. You got this. You are so low. Maybe you're going to be chasing missiles for a little bit. You over on this one and have Cobra shoot this guy. We're not getting really much value out of the bouncy shots, huh? Because it's mostly single enemies, not so much AoE. What's this heavy doing? Shot is what he's doing here. Oh. Why would you shoot me? Okay, well, both of our fighters are extremely low. I think we're gonna play it a little bit closer to home here. Gonna nuke this guy, well, not nuke, shoot this guy, missile this guy with the stun missile, and then sending our fighters in, and you should be able to handle this guy. The bouncy range is kinda absurd. Oh, you're coming for me. I don't approve of that. What do we do about this? Put you out of your stealth. And the civilian ship can shoot you. Alright. And then everybody land, please. Should have taken that speed boost. Come on. Ooh, I'm honestly thinking I want to take the scrap here. Scorpio, 30 XP. Now let's take the scrap so we can resolve that one crisis. Question, did we actually get the 15 kills? We got 6. Okay. Well, yes, guess you're gonna be flying just a little bit longer. Level up over here, though. Cylon Flesh Melter. Use nuclear energy for the unit to apply decay to all enemies within a 56 radius that don't have decay. Once activated, it works for the remainder of battle. We don't have a nuke launcher, so we don't really have much use for nukes. And applying debuffs to all enemies that we're close to seems really great. Ooh, but 25 extra range. Yeah, it has 1 use per battle, but it's active for the remainder of battle. We just need to fly around and apply decay to all enemies. Although I'm assuming this is just gonna last for like 6 seconds, but that's enough. I think we gotta pick this just because we have that we want to apply debuffs to all enemies effect. Right, before we resolve the crisis, right, we're gonna get an action point back if we resolve a crisis. So we want to use your action point first. And because I'm always curious, let's get the AUX system here. Advanced repair parts. That is wonderful. Checkpoint my attention. Helium, huh? Fine. Okay, now we go to the lab. Upgrade fleet logistics once, twice. Then we gotta do what? Stop the suspects. It's not a risky situation, it's just a situation. Stop them. Stopped. For some reason, I think I initially wanted to push the military, but looks like the workers are going to be our favorite faction this time around. So, what's in the bar? Grab for supplies, don't really care. Chat with healthcare or pyramid with Adriana? Let me get back to you on that. So I don't think we're going to resolve this, right? Because there's the second step where we then need to put them on a fighter during a mission and let them get wrecked. So we're gonna have the reduction at least until next sector, assuming we can even find a risky situation here. So we might as well just start getting some monies here. Prices. Switch sectors. Now we know what the Argus is. Casino cruiser, no way. Yeah, we're gonna investigate this. What do we have to do? Oh, look at that. That's a risky situation. Okay, well, I need to be flying in a squadron, and we need to get that squadron wrecked. We can do that in the next battle, no problem. On one of the fighters, I'm sure he can get wrecked. Alright, but we need to resolve this thing, right? So we reinforce the ship structure here. Ooh, again, the question is... Yeah, no. This is gonna save us more supplies. Please back cargo. Even that, I think that the difference here is currently just one supply, and we can save 2 by using a hero action. So we do that. This is solved. Ooh. No, don't tempt me. I really want to get scrap here. And we got another action point back. That is such a good perk. Lock 1 weapon dog. Not really been using our weapon dogs all that much. I think that's fine. Bypass that crisis. Alright, so I don't want to lose this opportunity, I don't think. Sure, let's see if we can improve morale here drastically. We should actually have 2 people now that are on good morale, with the option to potentially get their story arc. That's enough for a level up. Once again, we got a 1 weapon perk, which, well, a fleet health perk, which I really don't care about. A squadron perk, which we don't want. A weapon perk, which is okay. Like, and yeah, it's effectively most of the time it's just 5% cooldown reduction. Is that a rare, an epic perk choice, really? You like gambling today. I almost feel like logistics planner is the best choice here. I mean, there's some value in always getting the minimum amount of damage, and I'm seeing my hero health creeping down a little bit. Just like my Tilium. I'm sure we'll manage. Okay, hang on. We need to make sure Ceres is assigned to a ship. So I think we gotta go for the for the Scorpio here. And then I also... Oh, no. Yeah, no, you need to be in the Gazelle, right? To finish your quest. Which sucks, because I really wanna have this trigger, right? And get the 4% stacking buff on the ships. But at the same time, I think everybody else's traits, well, we got to complete a quest here, complete a quest here. And then CAC is just 3%, and that's 9% damage that we're giving up if we don't have them in the mission at all. We're just gonna need another squadron. Okay, we can recover a squadron there, but man, we gonna need fuel. Beacon, double Tilium nukes, or new nuke effects. Thing is, I'm like very concerned about the Elite Cylon battle. The last one went so poorly. I like extra battles, but with free fuel, 2 after the jump. I don't want to be stuck in that situation. We're going there. We also have a bunch of supplies that we can spend on maybe buying another hero here. Defender is something I really don't like. Occasional enemy has double hull, and all nukes. Well, joke's on you. We don't have nukes. Well, we have the nuclear-powered thingamabob here on the Gazelle. The Scorpio immediately fly in there and well, nuke them. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. I don't think that's going to be ready in time. Let's go here, let's go there, and let's have you immediately shoot this guy. And then bouncy bullets. Take down the Protector, you start shooting raiders. Why are you not shooting? Okay. That kind of worked out. Stop that, go there. This. This might be... Are we using this? Do I have a counter of how many nukes I currently have? Do I feel like I need this in this fight? Let's just use it. And just confirming all enemies, okay. Just making sure. Let's just see here. It's for 10 seconds. That is basically an eternity. Also, I'm wondering, we have on the Gunstar upgrade something that increases AoE of effects. That something on this probably affecting the radius of that effect. Affecting the effect of the effect. We got this covered. Three more kills on you. We need you to get wrecked. Oh, I think we got an opportunity for that coming up. Sector there. Immediately everybody debuffed. That is okay. So that ability, I'm so happy we picked that up. Although I'm not seeing the bouncy shots doing this much bouncing, you know. I was expecting a bigger bounce. Okay, it's about to launch a nuke. 2. You in the middle here, you in the middle here. You're gonna press your funny button. You need to get a kill here. Shoot that guy. Quick, shoot that guy. Didn't count. Work with me a game. We have 12 seconds of fight left. There's something easy we can kill here. Okay, you shoot down that fixer. We can technically jump, right? Oh, we might get... we need you to probably attack the heavy radar. It's most likely to be able to kill you. Okay, actually most of them are coming for you. This is complete. Zell, come on home. Cobra lands. I'm gonna get some missiles in here. And everything that's not attacking me. Shoot this guy. You wanna get shot at by multiple. Come on, take me out. Wonderful. Both missions complete. Jump. Yeah, you know what? Lucky escape. Not wrecked at all. Oh, that reduces morale? That was your objective. Alright, first of all, we killed 15 ships. We get 100 scrap from the workers. Redemption arc is complete. Hip hip hooray. Resolve the crisis. You get a action point refunded. I guess we couldn't spend that in time. Yeah. Morale is normal now again, but you've got Cylon organs. Gain +1 max health and fully healed when receiving this strain. I'm not saying you're lying to me, but I'm not seeing that effect. Unless, I don't know when he got that trait, actually. Well, either way. We redeemed our Cylon friend. Oh, well, now he's our friend. And gotta level up on this thing. 25 flat damage to the primary weapon. Hell yeah. Absolutely. With bouncing bullets. Beautiful. You back assigned here. Get you back assigned here. Another game of pyramids. Shop prices in the sector are 25% lower. 20%. Yes. I don't know what the shop offers now. Maybe I should have checked that first. I think we're probably gonna get a ship here. Let's see, the Kestrel. 25% damage increase for all units in the radius. Or a Mantis Mark 7 Viper. 100% increased fire rate for 6 seconds. And you have a base weapon damage of 100. Okay. Wait, why not? Why not just buy both? Alright, let's you know, the horses for a second. Yeah, all squadron abilities gain 10% radius. That's also something we want to get sooner or later. Actually, use you here. I'm gonna get back to the shop in a second here. I wanna... Oh, you're already fully leveled up? Okay, fair enough. You're not. This... 20 fleet health every 4 turns. Yeah, we're not spending 150 scrap. We got some scrap to spend somewhere else. I just wanted to see, you know, this is the one rare situation where I'm like, hey, can I get one of those perks that reduces shop prices? Apparently I can't. I taunt every time you deal damage. No. This is great. Like, we're looking at level 4, right? So after that, we only have one more level. So this is a dead perk very soon. Taking a reroll. Squadron abilities gain 25% duration. Our actual supplies each time we destroy a heavy raider? Yes. Okay. What do we need to do here? Resolve 1 wreckage. Stop with Savior. We need to talk about Savior. This is just... I guess I'm using up my last reroll here. I don't want a weapon perk. I think Savior is the worst perk in the game. And we don't have a stealth ship. %10 radius. Can just resolve this. It's solved. I'm sorry everybody, but I kinda need scrap. Where's my attention? Move more. It's on our tens. Well, just too bad, isn't it? Okay. No more things to do, no more crisis to resolve. We still have 2 hero actions for whatever else might pop up. Most importantly, shopping time. So, you are a veteran pilot, 15% hull. You're one for all. Now, I think we already have that on a hero, so this is, I'm fairly certain that's kind of pointless. About the ships, though. So the Kestrel is kind of a pure support ship, right? Doesn't do much damage, doesn't have good range, it has decent speed, okay evasion, but it can activate this offensive coordination, and then all squadrons within a radius around the Kestrel get a 25% damage boost. I do like percentage modifiers. Not so like 100 flat damage. The downside with the Viper is it's 130 hit points. That thing's just gonna fall apart if somebody looks at it. I think we're gonna get the Kestrel. Okay, that's... Well, we also get a free level up. Interesting. So reduce enemy damage. Didn't one of our guys have the all squadron abilities gain 10% radius? Might be worth for this Kestrel. We want to check first and foremost, though. We want to get a 4th squadron slot. We're gonna need a whole bunch of cash. Probably means we don't want to spend any cash, so our casino cruiser can do its magic. As I understand it, the rarity is really just what starting trait they get. In this case, a trait that does a little bit for me is better than a trait that does nothing for me, because I already have somebody with that trait. And I was considering re-rolling, but we need so much cash for Gunstar upgrades. I think we're just gonna hire the Suzuki guy. We get some free level ups. 4% damage increase. That's a very tanky ship here, huh? 15% from this, another 40% from this. Not sure which ship we're ultimately assigning you to. But I think that's something we have to decide later. Okay, nothing else to do. We're just gonna click on the scrap button until something happens. We don't want to piss off. We don't want to piss off anyone, but I think we recently pissed off the military, so... The underworld's also tense. Sadistic breakthrough. We need to do 2 POI. We can do that. And it's kind of something you almost want to save up until the boss battle or something like that, but yeah, you're not going to be avoiding POIs. It's going to be very tricky. I'm fairly certain I assigned everybody, but let's just make sure. Let's just make sure all the ships that are going into fight have a pilot. Weapons. An assigned hero. Or hit it. Get another weapon down there. Scrap supplies Tillium. Or we can get nukes, double Tillium, supplies scrap. And of course, wreckage POIs to finish this. Where are we at? Okay. So next, after the next one, we get the boss battle. So, you know what? Resolving that POI might be good. Wouldn't mind getting another weapon, but, you know, it is what it is. Hit me up. Guardian is once again the hole, and units gain damage resistance in that huge radius. That's one of the worst abilities they can have. Hate it. Ooh, you do that kind of shit. What do you got there? A turret. You're gonna do... Okay. 45 health only on these deployables until they turn into a turret. Well, maybe if we can shoot them down, that's probably a good thing to do. I think we activate our stinky cloud here. No reason not to. There's a reason if you lower nukes, but... Protect us first, please. You're gonna sit here and intercept this stuff. You're gonna go for the heavy. shots. So good. So good. Actually, I need to manually fly you over there. You're kind of injured. You're gonna help out on this side now. I thought that our ship could easily take out this turret, but it seems like we're having a bit of a rough time here. Yeah, guess you're shooting that. Shooting this. I mean, yeah, we're engaging them in the area where they get the big damage resistance, but I feel like it's not really doing it for them. Come back. Shoot. Heal. Fly. You shoot this. This man, this is keeping me on my toes. Freaking turrets. Nuke everything. Oh. And back over here. Maybe we let the heavy raiders get out of the protection zone over on this side. I think we might be taking a little bit too much damage here on the civvy. And 16. Can you catch that? I'll take that as a no. Okay, we're gonna do our little AoE and then get the fuck out of there. Get in there. Cancel this thing. Everybody lands. Oh, shot down my missile. Oh, root. Okay. Ryusai. You're level 4. I think the Scorpios? No, Scorpio's leveling up to level 4. No, hang on. You would be the one getting the XP, but you're 6 XP away, so 1 POI away from leveling up. Scorpio it is. Most battle sector. First and third, promotion. On the Scorpio. What are we getting? %100% bonus rate of fire if it hasn't moved in the last 30 seconds. I would like that on my long-range guy. Wait, that is a fantastic thing. Flat out 10 damage to primary weapon, or a missile that stuns or, well, immobilizes enemies. 3 uses per battle. Oh, 6 uses per battle. It is another debuff we apply to enemies, right? Let's keep that. Okay, we want to have... And to level up, please. Helium for each new gained. Or just 20% extra damage. Or slow applying on the... We're already applying frail. I think getting some extra damage out of it might be nicer, although we don't have great weapons, and we're not using them all that often. Before the next crisis pops, let's see if we can repair relations here with a faction. Somebody is getting their nickname. Booster count is through the roof. Careful there. That's a racist term. Atomic. Helium into nukes. Don't think I care about that. Pyramid with Viva. I think that was... Man, I should really remember the names of the people in my crew. Yeah, that's the new guy. Let's check with the maintenance specialist. Random ship restores 200 hull points. 2 random ships to restore 200 hull points. I think that's worth 5 supplies. Absolutely. Got a big repair in on this guy. We might have to spend some scrap on some repairs here. First of all, though, let's get fuel. Let's get the cooldown reduction. Also, we get a crisis. High prices. Yeah, I don't, I'm not keen on that. So sure, we'll resolve the crisis somehow. What do you want me to do? Inspect the Argus? I'm looting. Okay, so we probably, I mean, this is an easy choice, yeah. It's needed. Can't risk setting up the underworld even more. Kidding me? You dude, I'm the commander here. How are you even talking to me? Get your shit together. I mean, it's free supplies, yeah. That's basically free. And fleet health, once again, we're constantly creeping up on fleet health. So potentially sacrificing a little bit there. Not the end of the world. And we get an action point back. Means we can immediately send you out there. Give us some news. Crisis, factory strike. 10% damage taken, or can I hold off my upgrades for 2 more sectors? Well, so I think when it says for 2 sectors, right, the current sector counts and then the next sector. The next sector should be like you kind of get a little bit of a recovery sector after the boss fight. So I think we're okay. Then we can sit on this and let our casino ship increase our money. Didn't want to take a big damage taken hit with the boss fight coming up. Oh, would have been nice to get the fourth squadron slot. But instead, what I think we need to do is throw a little repair on you. Throw a big repair on you. Okay. Then we just gonna go into the fight. Yeah, we can definitely get our stinky aura up every fight without any problems. Civilian ship, wonderful. I feel like we've not been getting many civilian ships this run. And I know I skipped one ship earlier. So I was afraid. No, number 3. Hello. Stop talking. Let us through or die trying. I don't remember. Oh, you dropped the coordination relays. Very annoying. Incredibly annoying. Immediately get a little bit closer. Gazelle, Stinky Cloud, get right in there. Get yourself dirty. You start shooting. Immediately smile and wave here. Hang over there. Get you over here. think I'm gonna need to fight with these guys here first. Just throw the missile on the Dodgers. Missile hunter. Balanced move. Holy crap. Oh. Are you stunned over there for 6 seconds? That's inconvenient, isn't it? A shame if somebody threw a missile at you. Okay, I'm positively not sure what blew you up there. What did we just do? This thing doesn't do any damage. Did you shoot this and then the bouncy shot was enough? I think that must have been the bouncy shot. Okay. I think in military terms, this was a case of get wrecked, son. Oh, also we got the instant reload on this. Beautiful. Okay, the relay has 450 health. Really hard to take down while it's coming in. I think it has less health when once it's deployed. Anyway. But it's also, you know, if you have the DPS, just shoot it down. That can also work. In 2 seconds we can fire that missile over there. Actually, no. You stay in range to shoot this. Gazelle in the middle. Let's try to see that I can get like the timing right. I think that should work. Yeah, hit all the dodgers. And this is the thing that actually applies decay. So they should slowly be taking damage. Just in case they're not going anywhere. Okay, we got our AoE again. This is working really nicely. Okay. Need you to start shooting this relay. 180 health. I think the Gazelle is gonna come over here to destroy this relay, and the Scorpio is gonna help out with all of this. Let's focus on killing the guys that are injured here. That are stunned, that are taking more damage. Okay. It's going way too smoothly. I'm just constantly looking on, okay, what am I overlooking? What am I missing? Why is this going so well? Do this. Yeah, we get 3 relays coming in, 28 seconds. Oh, and we got the instant reset on this. That is just too good. Yes, I think we're gonna nuke that relay. Try to set you guys up on this. Technically not a nuke. But we also hit the raiders, but more by accident. No, I mean, that was, of course, planned to hit the raiders there. Tactical genius, you might say. Oh, did we get another reset? I didn't even notice that on that nuke launcher. Like all over the place right now, though. Where's the biggest threat, or any threat really? Oh, that speaks of from getting any closer. Big missile here, just to, you know, make sure they have a debuff. And then I think we can start going home once these 2 are clear. Land. Beat number 3 without wrecking any squadron or suffering any critical effects on your ships. How did I never do this so cleanly so far? I am shocked. An additional safe turn on the next sector, or extra XP for the Cobra. The Cobra is level 4. Inching closer on level 5. Adriana, only level 3. Maybe not a bad shout. I mean, an extra. We got 110 XP on the Scorpio. Rick, that's a lot of XP on a single mission. What did you do? XP on the hero. Alright, as usual, as we get into a new sector, we're about to put a cut in here, but first of all, I kinda want to do my promotions. Congratulations, you're getting 10% evasion, I guess. Then we get a promotion here. Zell. The evasion for each ally within the radius. If we're gonna do the offensive coordination with the Kestrel, that's actually, you should have at least 1 ally, right? %2 damage every time it deals damage, reset if you don't do damage for 5 seconds. Or we can have a resistance buff, but then a debuff for 10 seconds. I'm not a fan of that. Well, fresh auto rerolls, so I guess evasive it is. While we're sitting here, well, I said we're going to put a quick cut in here. You know, let's check quickly the shop. That's bullets and missile foundry. Decay, frail, slow, and weak effects are increased by 50%. Oh my goodness. Get extra scrap for each unit of titanium. Units in target area gain stealth. 35-second cooldown. Don't you regret not taking the stealth thing earlier? No, I actually don't regret that. This is probably a must-buy, even though I'm trying to save up money. Alright, just for good measure, before we put a cut in here, let's get that civilian ship. Because I don't want to wait until next time. And neither should you. It is an armored ship. Comes in with extra hull and damage resistance. And is only level 2. So far. Yeah, it's not cool. Alright, we got some things to solve here as we're going into the next sector. But yeah, we're gonna put a cut in here. Actually, before I forget it, can I not set up civilian defense already? Okay. This is probably gonna be on our civilian defense ship with the actual weaponized ship. So keeping our casino cruiser safe. But yeah, I'm gonna put a cut in here, going into the final sectors with a decent roster of heroes, a redeemed Cylon, and somebody on good morale. So we see maybe we can get a legendary trait still on somebody on the morale. We have oodles of supplies. We have a decent amount of scrap, although 100 of those are gonna go into a new system. And yeah, it's looking not too shabby. We'll see how it goes in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.